na paliluna Ilalo mai mai Vai 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 Ike kalo Mahalo ike akua Amena amokua No na mea na niloa I hope ai mua Ke noo noo vau Kuka mina mina No ka pome ka wahine Malalo o ka mahina Au hea vale o e kupu vai I hea ana vau e hia moe loa I hea Nani ka vai lele Kana nea ka vai lele Ama hope ku lele Pe hea ka vai lele Mai po ina iau ke haa lele vau Aloha vau ia oe maua mau Maua mau Ke Hawaii iau Maua mau Maua mau Kala hui Hawaii ole pau Ole pau Ka o lelo pona e ho mau E ho mau Me ka helu helu Me ka wala au Ako keme
Mai ia hui tanu I mau Hawala au
Don, what's up, man? Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Whoa, Brian is... Oh, Carly's first in the house. Brian was right there, too. Hi, you guys. Happy Aloha Friday. Nice to have you in the house. House is nice, warm. If you're over in the continental United States, I apologize. We're so sorry. It's warm here. But we'll try to send some warmth your way. Hey, welcome to the show. Carly, yeah, I got it. You know what? As a matter of fact, I got one of her pictures. We're going to show it today on the show. I know she's on a flight. She was just here. I was like, wow. Whoa, Don, Big Island. Yo, my brother, what's up? All right. Ted Harper in the house. What's up, man? Vegas. Nice to have you on. Wish I could be in Vegas. Wish we could be doing this show from Vegas, but that's another subject altogether. Right. Aloha Kakalina, I always appreciate that. Thank you so much for sharing. Kevin, welcome to the show. Kathy, Florida. Oh my goodness, you must be getting cold. Well, it's going to get cold tonight if not. South Georgia, Vicky, definitely. You're going to feel some freezing temperatures, I think. No, it's not your internet pausing. Okay, so are you not going to go anymore? Okay, then I guess we'll go forward. Here we go. Time for today's show. Coming up in just a little bit, you saw him on The Voice. You see him on the North Shore if you're here at times. Thunderstorm Artiste. He is going to be with us. We'll talk some story with him coming up today. Also, we're going to talk story with a young lady, very intelligent young lady. She's with Kokua Hawaii Foundation. Alex Narajos is going to be on. It's kind of tied in with Thunderstorm and tied in with one of his mentors, Jack Johnson. Comedian James Monet, underground comedy movement, and he's going to be at Blue Note Hawaii. Coming up next week, we will talk to him on the show. Happy Aloha Friday. Aloha. Here we go as we get to the last Friday in the month of January. Aloha no aloha kako. Welcome to Billy V Live here. We're on every Friday at 3 o'clock Hawaiian Standard Time. And we're glad that you are here on the show. Want to say hello to, let's see, Carly, first one inside the room. We appreciate that very much. And let me see here. Brian Yoshi. Brian, first time I think I've seen you in here. Where are you right now? I'm assuming you're somewhere here in Hawaii. Don is here, and Don, there's Brian's comment there. Don is here from over on the eastern side of Hawaii Island. Thanks for being here. Raynette is in Ewa Beach, as always. Carl is in Kailua Kona over on Hawaii Island. Dynamite Man, how you doing, man? Jose is here. And as a matter of fact, yeah, we're going to be talking about comedy just in a little bit. Vicky is joining us from Georgia. I know it's going to get a little bit cold over there on the East Coast. We're going to talk about that coming up a little bit later on in the show. Laura Brower was in Hawaii, but she's on a flight. I got a picture of her with some of the entertainers. So that's coming up in just a little bit. Thank you very much, Don. Appreciate that. Hi, Aloha Kakalina. Happy Aloha Friday to you. Kathy is trying to stay warm in Florida. East Coast is that's tonight going into tomorrow where all that cold weather is. Kevin is in Florida, is always here. John is in Guam, getting ready to play some music over there, as always. Mel Raposo, internet host, media influencer, Island of Kauai. Go check out his show, Mel and Charlie's show. As a matter of fact, I was on their show with Lena Girl, Mele, Shannon Scott. What was it, about a week and a half ago, Mel? 2 weeks ago? Was it that long ago, or was it just last week? Something like that. Anyway, thanks for having us on the show. Thanks for being here. Kathy says, yeah, it's been cold, but tomorrow will be the worst. Alden is a lot warmer in San Mateo, California. And as always, Photo Luke Hawaii is here. We will get to more in the gallery coming up in just a little bit. Just as a reminder, if you are here on the YouTube side, we always are thankful when you hit the subscribe button. And if you're over on the Facebook, like Aloha Kakalina, she's already shared, and so has, let's see, Auntie Raynette over in Ewa Beach. We appreciate very much. Time to go take our live look outside and show you what we got. And this is live video right now. Live video. That's kind of, never mind. Anyway, it is live. The waves are down. The swell has been declining, but coming up tonight, we've got another swell on the way, and that could be advisory levels. So that's the North Shore here. Let's go ahead and go over towards Waikiki side. A lot of people in the water. Nice conditions, lots of sunshine. As a matter of fact, we're kind of in a dry period. Sorry, I regress. I was working for Guy Hoggy, so I've got all this weather jargon in my head from working for him this week. So, mostly sunny skies today. There may be some interior clouds and showers, but it's really, really nice. So, if you're here in Waikiki, we know you're enjoying. If you're not here in Hawaii, we are trying to bring some sunshine and warmth your way, and that's one of the reasons why we have the show. All right, well, let's start with headline news for your Aloha Friday. There is some new music that has dropped. As a matter of fact, Maoli has brand new music. Glenna Wong from the island of Maui, it has dropped today. Let's give you a little bit of a sample.
Everybody, all right, it's available right now. Midnight Hour, a new track featuring Morgan Heritage, available right now. Check it out, Pandora, iTunes, Google Play, all that good stuff. It's available. Thank you guys for all your support, and enjoy. But yes, I wanted to you wanna tell me if you're down. I wanna little. Come on, give it up.
All right, so once again, there you go. Glenna Wong, Maoli Music. He's got that over there. Once again, that's with the well-known Grammy award-winning reggae group Morgan Heritage that they are featuring on there. And, oh, okay. So I got music on. Thank you so much. Okay. You know what? I didn't realize I turned that up. Okay, we'll just leave it down and leave it there. Apologies, sorry about that. Tuning in from Wailuku, Maui, Jessica Watanabe. Jess, thanks for being here on the show. So anyway, just in case you didn't hear that, let me go one more time.
Hello, everybody. All right, it's available right now. Midnight Hour, a new track featuring Morgan Heritage, available right now. But check it out, Pandora, iTunes, Google Play, all that good stuff. It's available. Thank you guys for all your support, and enjoy. Well, yes, I wanted to, you want to tell me if you
All right, once again, Maoli music, that's brand new. It broke today, and once again, that is featuring the Grammy Award-winning reggae group Morgan Heritage. Congratulations to Maoli. Let's go over to Hawaii Island for a couple of moments. Mikey Mina releasing today also. It's called Paniolo Days.
Come to Maui, be sure to stop in the country in a place called Ulupalakua.
All right, once again, music there from Mikey Mina, produced by Grammy Award-winning winner Kamakua Lindsay Singh, and that's out of Ryan Hiraoka's studio out of Hawaii Island. You know what, Ryan, there's been so much music coming out of Ryan's side that, I was thinking maybe we should have him on the show. I think, you know what, we'll have him on the show next week, and we'll talk story with him. He's also been working with the legendary Brother Walter with music videos and songs like Walk Away. So, okay, we'll reach out to Ryan. Ryan, if you're watching on the show, we'd love to talk to you coming up next week here on Billy V Live.
Taking you back to that old.
Let's talk about the Ragamuffs. They've been here on the show before. Indie rock pop group here in the islands. Their songs have been featured on commercials like Zippy's. They've been updating their website, and Haley posted, who you see here, posted up on Facebook for the Day One Ragamuffs followers. Dropped a new blog titled "Hi, I am Ragamuffs" by Haley Finesse on my official website because I finally felt okay to share a little bit of the Ragamuffs behind the scenes. So anyway, go check it out. Once again, they have been guests here on the show. The group Pure Heart, they're getting the ball rolling again. Jake Shimabukuro has been out on tour. John Yamasato, I think they just released their 100th blog post, High Sessions. We talked about them 2 weeks ago and told you about how wonderful they are, a site for recorded Hawaiian works. What they do is they have the places where they record, and they invite the entertainers, and they have multiple cameras. The audio is pristine. The camera angles are excellent. So if you get the chance, go check out High Sessions, H-I Sessions, all one word, on YouTube, and watch what it brings up and all the great music. Lopaka Cologne there, you see there in the picture, along with Jake and John. Once again, they are going to be at Kahilu Theater. That's over on Hawaii Island. That's going to be next weekend, February 6th, 4 p.m. Laura Brower is usually here on the show, but she's here in our picture. She was here with entertainers Kavika Trask, Dwight Kanai, Gigi, hi G, and La'amea Paleka. They took pictures together, and she was making the round. She's back and forth from here from time to time. So it was nice to see her on the internet. I went, I've got to show that on the show. By the way, if you have pictures like this that you'd like to share, whether you're in Hawaii or you're with one of our entertainers, just go ahead and send them to studio@billyv.live. Send them to us. You can email them, studio@billyv.live. Mele Apana, my former co-host, this is a new picture of her. She is the host of the Luau over at the Hilton Hawaiian Village. After many years in radio, she left radio just before that exodus of people that were let go a couple of weeks back. So this is her new gig. As soon as she left, she was wondering what she was going to do. She called Tihatis. They hired her on the spot. And she is an excellent MC. So she sings, She dances, she tells stories, and she's the what we call the hostess with the mostest, and that's over at Tihati's. And if you know Mele, like, see, guy over here on the side, he's laughing because we all know Mele. And yeah, so wonderful.
And then some.
And then some. Yes. I'm watching, whenever we're doing the show here, and I'm doing like this, like headline news, I've got one eye on the camera, and I've got one eye also on the comments that are popping up just to the side of the camera. Debbie, thank you so much for asking, and she asks, how am I feeling? And she says, love, pure heart. Debbie, I'll get to that question coming up here at the end of headline news. Jeff Probst, do you know him as the host of Survivor on CBS? Well, being that Hawaii 5-0 and Magnum PI and NCIS Hawaii, being that they're all CBS shows, I caught Jeff talking about something that they are doing, so I thought this might be of interest to, of course, us that love Hawaii and love seeing Hawaii on TV Watch. Jeff?
We're looking for people that got so into a CBS show, like maybe you've had a Survivor-themed birthday party, or you've done fan art for Ghost. Ever dress up like an NCIS agent? Show us something good by using the hashtag CBSFanFlex to show us how big a fan you are.
Okay. Thanks very much, Jeff. Appreciate that. That sounds good. I'm wondering if I should dress up in my Star Trek stuff. I've got a lot of it.
It can't hurt.
It wouldn't hurt. I might be on TV.
Wait, is it on CBS?
It's on CBS. It's on Paramount. Well, it's on Paramount Plus, which is CBS. It's on the app. But no, they still show. What happens is that Discovery has season 4 that they're in now on the Paramount app, but they're showing season 2 on television, on main television. So it's still there.
Then do it.
Then do it. There we go. By golly, I ought to just do
You're
it.
not representing Hawaii, but still do it.
No, I'm not representing Hawaii, but I am representing Star Trek. Well, Hawaii in... Yeah. Okay. Let's move on. We're regressing. Yes, we do have Star Trek fans, and we appreciate them. And fans of all the other shows, thank you very much. Let's talk about the voyaging vessel Hokulea. We were sorry to hear about this, but we totally understand. The Moana Nui Kea voyage, the circumnavigation of the Pacific Ocean, it's been rescheduled to the spring of 2023 due to the continuing uncertainties caused by the global pandemic. I'm going to go off a script here in a moment. Despite the change in the sailing schedule, they are still going to launch their storytelling campaign as planned coming up this spring. The Polynesian Voyaging Society does amazing work. Now, with this pandemic, and we are seeing it down in Kiribati and places down in the South Pacific, Tonga, they are getting relief supplies because you've all heard of the volcanic explosion, the tsunami, the ash that's affected the island of Tonga. So what's happening now is that all these flights and all these reliefs are coming in, but they've got COVID aboard. Can you imagine being Captain James Cook and you're coming to the Hawaiian Islands and you've got disease and you don't realize that you're going to spread it to the native population? History repeats itself somewhat. Of course, you remember Captain James Cook, right? He has a wonderful designation, Hawaii's first tourist. Let's move along.
He lost his head, didn't he?
Oh, he lost something. Hey, Hoku Nights is coming up. This is brought to you by the Hawaii Academy of Recording Arts. It's on K5 television. Coming up next week, I'm going to talk to some of the guests that are going to be on next week's show. So we'll talk about it Friday, and of course, you'll see it that weekend on television. So we are going to have some wonderful guests that are going to be on our show next week. So there you go. That is headline news for you. Just a little bit from the Hawaii Symphony as they get ready for their dates coming up. On this Aloha Friday, we want to say hello to our friends, neighbors, nieces, nephews, sons, daughters, friends, family that are over on the east coast of the continental United States. They have what's called a bomb cyclone that's headed their way. It's got snow. It's got winds like a hurricane, just as powerful as a hurricane. It's making its way. The pressure's dropping in the middle of this low, and this low is traveling from like Raleigh, North Carolina, right on up, and it's gaining force as it goes up the eastern seaboard. So it's gonna, Philly, New York, D.C., New York, right on up to Boston and up to Maine. So they're saying snow, sleet conditions, heavy winds, lots of rain, that kind of stuff. It's really, really cold, of course, this time of year. So we say hello to everybody that's watching. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe out there. We also want to talk to somebody who has been traveling these routes and more. Thunderstorm Artis, you know him from The Voice on NBC. He comes from the North Shore of Oahu, frequent visitor here on the show. And of course, the latest news is that he and his wife will be first-time parents. So, Thunderstorm Artis, congratulations.
Thank you, man. It is a very amazing year so far. We're so stoked, me and my wife. As you can see, there's a little thing up here behind me, oh baby, because we just found out we're having a little baby boy.
Yay!
So we're super excited. New parents going into the new year, so we're super excited about that.
Okay, so we'll talk about the tour coming up in a couple of moments. Let's talk about new music for you.
We have a couple singles coming out in April and then in May, and then we have a first album, my first solo album that I'm releasing. I'm super excited right at the beginning of summer, right before this tour.
Okay, talk about the group Train, because you actually met up with them. You were out with them last year, correct?
Last year, I got to perform with Train the first time ever, and it was just surreal. It was so amazing. I got to tour with them for a couple California dates and a Seattle date, and it was just a blast of a time. They're just an amazing group, and so they liked me, and they wanted me to come back. So I'm on a longer stretch with them this summer, a little bit in June before the baby comes, and then in July after the baby's here. So super excited about that.
Talk about, let's see, you're coming home to Waikiki, or to Oahu. You're going to be in Waikiki, Blue Note, Hawaii. Tell us about the shows.
Yeah, man, it's coming back up in February on the 4th and the 5th. We can't wait. Me and my wife are going to be coming out, and I was just there not too long ago with Jake Shimabukuro. I was on a 6-month tour with him, and that was just surreal. So to be able to come back and to do another headlining show at the Blue Note, it is an immense honor that these guys have opened the doors back up to me, and I can't wait to see all of you guys there. Hopefully, man, this is going to be a blast.
Now, I want to turn the attention to a mentor of yours. You're going to be touring with Jack Johnson coming up in the summer with your brother Ron. Explain your connection with Jack Johnson.
Jack Johnson heard us play as a duo years ago. We actually recorded our first album in his studio. So it's just like a really cool turnaround. This is a guy who's believed in us. And so he reached out to us and was like, hey, I want you guys to come on tour with us. And the open is going to be Jack Johnson. It's going to be Lake Street Dive and Ben Harper. It's going to be just an amazing lineup. And we can't wait to get on the stage and kind of show the world a little bit of Hawaiian boys can do. All
right. So tell us a little bit about, because you got a background. You can tell us about Jack Johnson, the person.
Jack Johnson is just an immensely talented, knowledgeable guy, man. Like, if you just sit down in a room with him, man, you can just filled up on all the things he has to share. Like, even during my season on The Voice, we chatted a couple times. He just called to encourage me and to inspire me to keep on pushing and staying strong. And man, he's just an awesome guy, him and his family. And like, yeah, talking about his foundation, man, that guy does so much, a lot of what we hear about, a lot of what we don't hear about. And that's the kind of person that I want to surround myself with.
That's awesome. Hang on for a moment, Thunderstorm. I'm going to hang on to you, and we'll talk, and we'll have you play for a little bit here. But I want to talk about that other side of Jack Johnson that you mentioned. Alex Narajos, very, very talented, very, very intelligent young woman, and she works for Kokua Hawaii Foundation for Jack Johnson. Alex, thank you for being on the show. Jack and Kim, his wife, started the organization in 2003. Tell us, what does the foundation do?
Our mission is to support environmental education throughout Hawaii, and we do that by supporting public and charter schools in environmental ed, as well as we run the Plastic Free Hawaii project, the 3 R's recycling program, and then we have 2 grant projects, one that gives out grants for field trips and one that gives out grants for projects for any school-aged kid or teacher in Hawaii.
Now, in 2019, the foundation acquired 8 acres of land. What is the foundation doing with that land?
Yeah, so in the end of 2019, we were lucky enough to acquire 8 acres of property in the heart of Haleiwa town on the north shore of Oahu. This comes with an 8-acre farm property in the back, as well as 3 adjacent commercial properties that are all mission aligned. So we have the Kokua General Store, which is going to sell plastic-free bulk refill products. You can bring a jar in and get your dish soap or your lotion or any household products, as well as Kokua Vintage, which is going to have vintage clothing, records, books, that kind of stuff. We have the Aina Farm Stand, which is eventually going to sell produce from our farm as well as surrounding North Shore farms. And then we have the Backyard Garden, which is going to be a place for Keiki and family to explore native plants and canoe crops and those kinds of things. And then our offices are going to be there as well.
So the Kokua Learning Farm, how does that work into what Kokua Hawaii Foundation is doing?
Yeah, so for the whole time that Aina in Schools has been around, we've been sending community docents and parents into schools to teach our curriculum, which is geared towards kindergarten through 6th grade. And the Kokua Learning Farm gives us an opportunity to invite kids and teachers to an actual working farm so they can experience environmental education in place. We're excited because we've always traveled around to do trainings, but now we can have people come to our home in Haleiwa.
All right, we are putting Alex's information in the comments right now so you can follow her. And once again, she's with Kokua Hawaii Foundation. That is Jack Johnson's foundation. Just had a chance to dip in a little bit, and thanks, Thunderstorm, for kind of leading us into that. Thunderstorm, back to you. You also got to tour with Jake. What was that like?
Oh, dude, it's awesome. He's like one of the hardest working people I know, but he's like always make you feel like you're being seen. You know what I mean? Like he constantly puts you there and just like loves on you, man. He's once like, I knew Jake before, but getting to know him and getting to be with him for 6 months, man, I learned so much by him and his crew that he was with. It was just a surreal experience. And that, yeah, I was like the young guy on the bus playing all the video games and whatnot, and they still hung out with me, and we got to eat a bunch of donuts and do life and make music together. And man, I can't wait we get to do something together. Hopefully, maybe he'll come as a special guest for the show.
As a matter of fact, you were on tour with him when he was making the rounds here in the islands, and we got to bump into each other over at the Keauhole Airport. As a matter of fact, here's a picture of that right now. That was just surreal. And then Kalani Pea comes walking through off of another plane. Right? But
just look at that.
That's the beauty of Hawaii, you know?
Yeah, man. It's amazing just to see the amount of talent that we have here on the island, man. It's really cool. We're getting a really good spotlight. I get to see all the people who came before me, the people here with me in the present, and the people that are coming up underneath me, man. And it's really cool just to be inspired and to be an inspiration to so many others.
You got the guitar out. You got a song in mind that you're going to share with us?
Oh, man, I always got songs in mind, right? Well, the song that kind of came to my head is a song called Sedona. I played it on the tour with Jake Shimmercrow. We played it together. I also got to play it on The Voice, and it goes a little like this. I'll just play you guys a little snippet, and I hope you enjoy it. Said all my bags are packed, I've gotta go. Find myself on some fallback road, but I know you won't be missing me when I'm gone, when I'm gone. And oh, Sedona, and oh, Sedona, I'm coming home, I'm coming home, home to you, home to you. Hope you guys enjoyed that.
2 nights, 2 shows a night. Thunderstorm Artis at Blue Note Hawaii next Friday and Saturday night.
Hello, thank you for having me. Hello, thank you for having me.
Brother, aloha to you. How you doing?
I'm all right. Just the anxiety is starting to, hit me where it's like, are we going to be able to sell tickets during this time? It's scary.
There's a lot of people asking those questions. Tell me about some of the comics that you've worked with.
Oh, so it goes from the local scene here all the way up to Dave Chappelle, more recently Ronnie Cheng, and Patton Oswalt. So I've been blessed and been able to work with a lot of comedians. Right now I'm working with Tumua Tuine on a lot of his shows that he's doing here in the state. So that is a big blessing because that guy is on fire.
What kind of show can we expect? Are there going to be other performers with you down at Blue Note Hawaii?
There will be. There'll be Daryl Bonilla, who you guys have seen from the commercials. Hey, that's my bank. He's also acted on a lot of local shows like Hawaii Five-0, I think Magnum PI, but also Simone Park, who recently headlined at Blue Note, and Jose Dynamite are all going to be opening, and then I'll come out and hopefully destroy Blue Note.
What nights are you going to be at Blue Note Hawaii?
So I'm going to be there February 2nd, Wednesday. I'll be headlining there. You can get your tickets at BlueNoteHawaii.com or at ComedyUHI.com. And at Comedy Hawaii, they're trying to promote the local comedy underground scene by giving comics stage time. Whereas my podcast, what I'm aiming to do is try to, put them online so that people in the States or even around the world can see them. So you can check me out on YouTube. Just search at comedian James Amane on Google and you'll be able to find me. I'll be performing all over the state. I'm performing with Tumua on Maui, February 26th, and we're coming to Kauai, March 5th. I believe he added a third show because it's sold out so fast.
All right, congratulations to you. Much continued success. Once again, catch him at Blue Note Hawaii. And of course, look down in the comments below because we got all the social media information. It's James Mane here on Billy B Live. Want to say mahalo to James for being on the show. And once again, catch him, but also catch his podcast too. There's a little snippet that we talked about after we were on the air, and he was on his podcast talking to a comedian from the mainland. They were talking about, yeah, you had us on this station. I think it's Hawaii News Now, and so it was a great conversation. We'll throw that up on the social media after the show. Thank you very much. There's been a lot of questions. See Honda, questions like that. Hope you are feeling better. For those of you that may not have known, last week I made the announcement that that I tested positive from COVID. Still don't know where I got it from. But boy, did it kick my butt. So in answer to your question, see Honda and a couple of other people that were asking the questions. I got headache, neck ache, my throat was on fire. I felt really, really tired. Felt like chills. It literally was kicking me in the butt, and I've still got when you want to clear your throat and it just won't go away, and you're sitting there all through the day going, you can't do that in a crowd. Unless you want to clear the supermarket line, you know what I mean? Because, if you're in a supermarket line, it's like, okay, there's 20 people in front of me. Boy, the line clears quick.
That's one way to get to the head.
That's one way to get to the headline. We don't recommend it, but just say. But anyway, I am feeling much, much better. Last night was my first University of Hawaii men's basketball game back since having COVID, and I did exactly what we're supposed to do. The moment that I found out, let my wife know, let the household know, let my boss at Hawaii News Now know. He says, okay, you're off, enjoy, 5 days quarantine. Well, 7 days quarantine, but it was like, it was Monday through Friday because I found out on a Sunday. So, quarantined 7 days and then checked in with the doctor and they signed off and here we are. So, with that said, we always like to make sure that we're giving you information, especially for those of you that are here in Hawaii. So many people that are watching the show here on the island of Oahu. There is information that we do want to pass along. So let's do some of that right now. There are testing and COVID pop-ups that are happening here in the next couple of days. So let's give you the list that we have real quickly here. Tuesday, February 1st, HCAP over in Waianae over on Farrington Highway. There is this one over at Stadium Marketplace, February 3rd. That's a COVID pop-up, a vaccine and testing pop-up. Here's another one. This is going to be on Friday, February 4th. This is next week, Friday, BYU Hawaii Ballroom over on the North Shore. One more for you here. Capacity restrictions, large indoor gatherings, they're letting it expire on January 31st. They had restricted large indoor gatherings to so many. They are letting those restrictions go because more people are getting vaccinated. The numbers are coming down. But of course, not so much important are the number of COVID cases, but it's the number of hospitalizations. Because if the hospitals start getting full, then they start pushing their emergency patients to other places, and that can delay help. Or just, if you got a loved one that needs medical care, but they got to wait in the ambulance for a couple of hours, that's not helping. So it's important that all of us do what we can to make sure that our island is getting better. Or the place wherever you are located. We hope that your place, your bubbles, are doing well. All right, here we go. There are a whole bunch of weekend activities that are coming up, and we'll give you some of them right now. Let me go ahead and get my notes here because I know I have them on a screen that's nearby. There we go. First of all, John Akapo is tonight over, and every Friday night, he's over in February, in the month of February, which is actually coming up right around the corner here, down at Monkey Pod. And once again, that starts at 6:30 p.m. tonight. J.D. Pulley, he is over. Let me see, get that information there for you. J.D. Pulley is over at Noilani's Island Grill. This is not here in the islands. This is actually over in the continental United States. Noilani's Island Grill in San Carlos, California. If you know of people that are doing something and it's local, it's Hawaiian music, send us the information. studio@billyv.live. Kailua Moon is going to be at Workplay coming up at 8:30 p.m. and that's coming up tonight with the full band. Let's give you a little taste.
These boots are made for walking. That's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. You ready, Boots? Start walking.
There you go, Kailua Moon. And once again, that's coming up tonight, 8:30 p.m. over at Workplay. Go check them out. Nice. Danny and Nani there, husband and wife team. Hey, University of Hawaii, here we go, this camera. University of Hawaii men's basketball. They won their last game against CSUN at the Simplify Arena at Stan Sheriff Center. Congratulations to them. They are on a roll. Saturday night, do not wear white. Do not wear green. I know we're green and white. Wear red. And you're going, what? What is that for? That's in celebration of Chinese New Year. So kind of giving you the heads up. If you're going to go to basketball Saturday night, make sure that you are wearing red. Okay? Let's talk for a couple of moments. There was celebration today on the campus of the University of Hawaii. NCAA record setter as a quarterback, Timmy Chang, former quarterback for Rainbow Warrior football, is now coming back. He is now officially today the head coach of the University of Hawaii Rainbow Warrior football program. So, a lot of questions, but it's, everybody's just kind of saying, okay, he's coach. We know he's local boy, grew up Mililani Wahiawa side, and now he's taking the helm of the number one football team in the state of Hawaii. So, he's bringing back players and former football associates, not only from the Hawaii program, but that he's met at other programs along the way where he used to work. So, a lot of excitement as we get ready for University of Hawaii Rainbow Warrior football that's coming up They're going to have to start recruiting. Of course, there are already people that have said, you know what, we're in. We want in. We're good to go. Let's go. So that's encouraging. And I, for one, I'm biased. I was going to say I'm a little biased, but no, I'm very biased, as I'm sure everybody is that is a University of Hawaii fan. We cannot wait to see what this season brings. Congratulations to Timmy Chang, head coach, as he begins his organizing of what is to come next for the team as they get ready for a season soon to come. And congratulations. All right, there you go. That is your weekend. Oh, we have a couple more, and I'm just going to kind of go over these real quickly here. Don McLean is over at Blue Note Hawaii. That's coming up 8 p.m. tonight. Eddie Wingo is over at Kennedy Theater. That's a live theater show. Let me see here. Also, Surf Jack Live. That's going to be over at with Jeff Rasmussen and Harrison Murray. That's at Surf Jack tomorrow night, 6:30. Work Play, The Elevations are going to be there. Smokey Robinson has been pushed back and postponed. So once again, he's not going to be at Waikiki Shell this weekend. Duke's on Sunday with Henry Capono is at Duke's down in Waikiki. On Sunday. There were some emails that have come in recently, and I hadn't answered them yet, and I was going to answer them on the show. The questions, and you can always submit your questions at studio@billyv.live, were about my shirts. Where did they come from? Well, they come from a plethora of different companies who have been sponsors and partners, or just that I've had relations, or maybe I just emceed an event and they says, hey, here's a shirt. So over the years, and I am pleased and wonderful privileged, that's the word I was looking for, to be able to work with such wonderful companies that present such wonderful fashions. And fashions, there have never been more fashions culturally that have cultural involvement than ever before. So if you get a chance, support our people here in Hawaii. Go look online and you'll see some amazing companies that are putting out some wonderful products. So mahalo to them. And if any other companies are, studio@billyv.live. And if you have any questions about what I'm wearing, you can always pop those in the email as well. All right. That's going to do it for our show for today. We've got one more item for you, and that is today's music video. About a week ago, this dropped. I think it was about 10 days ago. And I saw this, and it was unique. I remember I'm from Hawaii Island. So if you can imagine, a night like last night, beautiful, clear, just clear skies, cold outside. And you're going from Hawaii Island, from Kauai High, from Waimea down to Kauai High on the Big Island. It's a full moon, and the moon is so bright. There is a nearby rain shower, a couple of clouds that are just rain showers, and they're kind of crossing the area of the moon. And we're seeing this strange light, and we realize there is a moonbow. And I had never seen a moonbow, and I was just like tripping out. I was like, wow, what is that? Just this glowing light that's arcing in the sky just because of the way the light and the rain interacted in the nighttime sky. So when I saw this music video, I was like, wow, okay. It kind of reminded me of that. There's no moonbow in here, but it's Kalani Pe'a. He is from Hawaii Island, and his new music video has got where the entire music video is shot at night in the moonlight. But this one, I think, takes us over to the island of Kauai, Hanalei. For every Friday, we're here, 3 p.m., Hawaiian Standard Time. Thank you for being a part of the show. And for those of you that leave comments on the show, thank you so much. It is such a joy to interact, and our moderators are always putting information from you. And then all the moderators that are talking to each other within the channel, thank you guys so much. We'll see you next week, Friday. Mālama pono, aloha a hui ho. We leave you with the music video from Kalani Pe'a.
moa e Paolu I ke kula o wahi oli Ko ani ani mai e ka moa e Paolu I ke kula o wahi oli Oli no hau e I ke maka Ka hulili o ka vai no ka liko Oli oli no hau e I ke maka Ka hulili o ka vai no ka liko E bua no hau I ponia E I ke I kala I o pili moe E bua no hau I ponia E I ke I kala I o pili moe Haina ia mai ana ka puana Lua ole hana le I ka poa